Welcome to the Philly Zoe Show. I'm keeping it simple this week. We're talking about decency. I get into relationships, the arts of giving and receiving, the beauty in giving and receiving in life. Be genuine. I touch on therapy. Is therapy worth it? I don't know. Do y'all think therapy is worth it? Cover sports, current events a little bit. Ja Morant, the shooter. No, let me stop playing. But yeah, tune into the show. It's a good episode. I'm going to like it. It's quick, right to the point. Love y'all. Ew. Y'all burning me the fuck out. I know. I want to tell y'all something that's very important to me. Whoever told you that being mean is cool, they lied to you. Ew. Y'all still being mean? Adults being mean? This not high school. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some things I feel like you should bring from your childhood. Being mean is not one of them. This is not the 5th grade, the 6th grade. You know what I mean? Be an adult. Be kind. Be genuine with people. And people will be genuine with you. Because I want to talk about the art of dealing with people. I'll be covering that throughout this whole process. One of the first things you want to do is be kind. Yes, you want to be kind. What is being kind? How do you be kind? I don't like people. Lies. You don't know how to deal with people. If anything else, give someone a compliment. Start by giving someone a compliment. Who doesn't want a compliment? Who doesn't want to be noticed? You may think you don't want to, but if you bought a brand new pair of heels or a brand new pair of sneaks and you wearing them, you would love to be appreciated. Give someone that appreciation. You fucking dickheads. No, but seriously, like, I need y'all to start being genuine. That's one of the easiest ways to learn how to deal with people. Like, don't be kind just to get something in return, trying to finesse, because we can see through that. We can see through that. Yes, we can see through that. We can see through you. You're not tricking nobody. You're not finessing. No, it's out. We can see it. You know why we can see it? Because someone else has done it. You're not the first one, right? So we can recognize that pattern. Oh, this ain't genuine. What they want? Ew. Learn how to deal with people, but be yourself. I'm not saying like you got to be the most gentle person. You might not be gentle, but be kind, be respectful, show respect. Number one, you want respect, show respect. Give respect and you will receive respect. But look, it's this thing y'all do that I really need y'all to stop doing. Stop assuming the worst. I get it. You naturally pessimistic. Probably got passed on from you, or you just stop that. Ew. Is that all you see for yourself is the worst? Well, you'll get the worst. Assume the best. Assume the best. Practice that. Make that a habit. You'll stop being so mean to yourself. You'll stop treating people like shit. Because we're not feeling that vibe from you. We're not feeling that vibe. No. I'm noticing, like, with a lot of the discussion I have, the relationships is where people really like to tap into. That's the information I see that's the most engaging, the relationship topic. And this is a podcast, right? So I want to say, number one, I'm covering this to help people, but I'm not a therapist. I'm not a therapist. And that's not a knock on what I do or a knock on what counselors and therapists do. But therapy is cool, y'all. Therapy is cool. This is where I see the professionals, and this is where I see myself as far as giving relationship advice. However, I still know that my voice can help, so I'll try to help as best as I can. But therapy is cool. Therapy is not doing too much. You can be in a relationship and it's not a marriage, dating counseling, marriage counseling. You can do that as a couple, because what's really the difference outside of paperwork? You think somebody's going to magically change because you guys got a title? Or we married, y'all got a ring? I don't know. Maybe it does work like that. I'm not married, so I guess I can't speak on it. I don't think that's how it works. I think relationships gradually grow. That's my opinion, though. The person that you may love, I don't think they're going to just change overnight because you're married to them. You have a potential good person, or maybe they're not for you. Therapy will help you with that. I went to counseling, and one of the best things I've learned, that a person wasn't for me. I don't regret going to therapy for them. We weren't married. I'll do it again. Fact. Therapy is thorough. It's thorough. You know, and I want to say another thing about therapy. A lot of times you may be already right. You may be already saying the right things. Your partner might be saying the right things to you. But maybe you guys need just a third party to reassure. Maybe your reassurance wasn't on the beam. My reassurance is not on the beam. I'm not a heavy reassurance bull. I didn't grow up with reassurance. It's something I work on, but I'm not a big reassurance person, right? So maybe you may be missing out on reassurance. You might be missing out on patience. I can't tell you what you're missing out on. You know, but the therapist knows more. The counselor knows more. So this idea that you got to be married to go to therapy, who made that up? Who made that up? We got to remove these stigmas that's holding us back from growing, that's holding us back from progressing. We have to remove these stigmas. Fuck with therapy. Try it out. Just like you trying a lot of things out. You in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, try some shit out. 50s, try it out. Stop judging yourself. Stop looking at yourself a certain way because you're reaching a hurdle where, like, y'all making these beliefs patterns. Listen, I'm going to tell you this. Whatever you telling yourself, that's what's going to be true. Whatever you telling yourself, that's what's true. The story you making up is true. Y'all got to cut that shit out. That shit is late. It's lame. I'm not with it. Y'all hurting yourselves. We are not all perfect. But try therapy out. It's worth it. Like I said, your counselor may just help your partner understand you more, or you may get to understand your partner more with a third party. It's not a guarantee that you're creating a safe space. And even if you are creating a safe space, it's okay if that person doesn't feel safe. Let someone's emotions be their emotions. Let someone's process be their process. But if you're in a partnership with them, trust their process. Try your best to create a safe space. That would be my suggestion. I know this world has a lot of stigmas on what men should do, what women should do. A lot of them I understand, but I'm going to be honest, I don't agree with a ton of them. Because when you reduce it to what a man should do and what a woman should do, you really take the power out of who this person is that you're dealing with. And that's the number one thing I don't agree with. What about the person you're dealing with? Like real shit, what about the person you're dealing with? Don't devalue that person. Everyone has something that they can bring to the table. It's a beautiful lifelong journey if you get to know that with somebody. It's a beautiful journey if you get to reach that point with somebody. Maybe they haven't fully untapped their full potential like we discussed in the last episode. Give someone a chance to grow if you with them. It's seriously in a relationship. I don't believe it could solely be about everything that you want from a person. And if that is your truth, why don't we be realistic as to what that process would look like? How would that truly materialize for you? So I got this girl I'm looking for. She got to have this. She got to have that. She got to have this. She got to have that. She got to have this. She got to have that. You got to think you made your list specified to you and you're looking for someone to genuinely fit that list. I would think that would take a lot of time, right? I think that would take a lot of time, work, effort to narrow down to that person. And if you want to create this person, God bless your heart. Because people will show you what you want to see. I know that's what I would do, but I'm a player. You feel me? You niggas is hoes. Yeah, you niggas is hoes. Y'all not pushing P? Listen, I'm going to break the code a lot on this episode. Not a lot. I'm not going to lie. I'm not heavy Mr. Break the Code bull. But I know a lot of y'all is suffering. And that don't mean I'm doing any better. But I don't like to see people suffer. No, that's not my thing. That was never my thing. Yeah, I don't like to see people suffer. I like to see people overcome their trials and tribulations. That's what I like to see. I like to see people overcome. I want you to overcome. A relationship is a partnership. If you want everything to be your way, be single. I've said this before. But I get it. You don't know what to do. So you run into reassurance. You run into stigmas that's going to reassure your ignorance. You're not growing in a relationship like that. Embrace discomfort. Embrace patience. Embrace commitment. See, I'm not the type of person to commit to someone, but I'm honest with myself about that. I would love to overcome that. I can't wait for the day that I overcome that. But going into a partnership, it is a commitment. A relationship, it's a commitment. Practice these habits of commitment. It's not always about being right. You go to these therapy sessions and you were right. You don't have to throw that in your partner's face. Embrace this process. And another thing I would suggest is let the professionals be professionals. Trust that process. And I'm not saying every counselor is perfect. I was blessed. I had a wonderful counselor. Wonderful. I mean, but this is something we seeked out. So it may take a few. And listen, I'm not saying that a counselor is the only way. Maybe taking a walk it will work. I take walks, collect your thoughts. Maybe you both could take a walk together. Maybe you guys start going to the gym together. Maybe y'all read a book together. I got 2 books that I would suggest. The obvious, 5 Love Languages. And the second is 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. So I got 3 books. And I think y'all should read them together. Yeah, I think y'all should read them together. I think in relationships, y'all should accept challenges together. I think in relationships, y'all should commit as if y'all were married and really forget about the title. Yeah, because the title is fucking y'all heads up. Because the title of marriage is not helping you embrace that you already are in a committed relationship. You think marriage is this next step to commitment. That's what society has told you. I'm not mad at that. If you aren't committed, make it clear. Make whatever your situation is clear. If it hurts your partner, it's fair. It's okay. You're being honest. Be honest. You fucking dickhead. No, really, be honest. I need y'all to embrace friendship in this relationship. Yeah, embrace friendship. Make the friendship the number one priority. That'll be my suggestion. Good or bad times. Friendship, number one priority. Once again, I am not a therapist. I just want to see y'all grow. I want to see y'all get better. I'm actually pushing y'all towards therapy. I'm with the therapy, John. Therapy is thorough. I want to tackle this topic because I know this, to me, it's a pertinent issue residing in our communities. Yes. Don't put the relationship over you. Although I haven't been married, I would suggest this in marriage as well, or this is how I would perceive marriage to be. But maybe a part of not putting a relationship over you is knowing that you are a person that values your relationship, right? So that don't mean that you neglect your relationship because you focusing on yourself. Maybe a part of you focusing on yourself is thinking about how can I be better in my relationship. Maybe you a person that doesn't mind giving so much energy to the relationship because you are a housewife or a house husband, or truly your language in life or your purpose in life is to love someone. If you are that person, start figuring that out sooner than later. Be honest about that. And trust when you find somebody that appreciates that part of you, that you give that part to that person. Facts. See, because I know a lot of people that are like that are fighting that energy. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. And it's another issue that I've been running across. It's this little age thing y'all got going on. I'm not feeling that. Oh, I'm 25. I need to have this figured out. I'm 30. I'm about to be 30. I need to have this figured out. I'm about to be 40. I need to have this figured out. Cut that shit out. Listen, it's 2023, post-quarantine. We all going through shit, you mean? And I'm not just talking finances, just coming out of that. It's a process. And you going into new things, business ventures, relationships. Give yourself a chance. Give yourself a break. Lower expectations for yourself. Create a safer space in your mind. Create a safer space in your environment to just be, to fail, to learn, to grow. Yeah, I'm not going for y'all Jones no more because I want to see what's best for y'all, for real. And y'all fucking yourselves over and y'all not knowing y'all doing this. But it's cool. That's why the big dog is here. The big dog is here to lay down the law on you dickheads. No, my shit not law though. You mean? I'm just trying my best to do my part. You feel me? My intentions are well though. Don't put the relationship over you. It's a time and place for everything. Babe, I know I haven't been being my best self in this relationship, but I promise you I'm committed to this relationship. But a part of it is I've been taking so much away from myself that I need to work on me right now. I do want you to know that a part of working on me is being a better boyfriend, being a better girlfriend, being a better husband, being a better wife. That's a part of me. I'm going to embrace this process. I may need a little space right now, but I don't want you to be too distant. I want you to trust that I'm healing and growing. Sorry if I'm a little too distant, but I'm not forgetting about you. Sometimes even when you give me a safe space, I'm still battling with my insecurities. I still battle with myself. I don't always want to put all that energy on you though. And sometimes I'm so ashamed I don't know how to get it out. I do want you to trust that I love you no matter what though. And if it's too much, talk to me. The pressure you apply is not helping me though. As a man, I still need reassurance too. And I apologize if I'm not the best at reassuring you. Facts. We have to communicate. We have to get effective in our communication. We have to try our best to be fair in this process of communication. Facts. Babe, I've been giving so much to the relationship. I haven't been able to pour into different sides of me. I want to pour a lot into me as well as I pour into the relationship. So if I feel a little distant, I'm really just working on my balance. My balance is a little off. I'm not loving you less. I just need to love me a little bit too. I do want you to know that when I love you, it makes me feel better about myself too. And as you reciprocate that, it even boosts me even more. But I still have some things I've been neglecting. And I don't want to get in a deep pattern of doing that because it's taking away so much from my ultimate sense of fulfillment. I want to make you happy and I want to make me happy. Trust me. Trust us. Yeah, dickhead. You mean something like that though? You feel me? Like I'm not got the perfect Jones, but something like that. I know I mentioned the books, right? I mentioned the books because society has all these expectations for men, how men and women are supposed to be. Don't devalue your partner by not asking them, how do you want to be loved? Or not learning how do they want to be loved. And embrace that this may be ever changing. Your partner is growing, you're growing, you know. It's some new things that you want from your woman. It's some new things that she wants from you. Listen, we not mind readers. We should be able to talk about this. And when talking about these things, it doesn't have to be a struggle. It doesn't have to come with so much resistance. Lighthearted conversation. And everything doesn't have to be covered in one setting. I really need y'all to embrace patience though, yeah. Embrace patience. Like, y'all not patient. Y'all need patience. You mean? You niggas need patience. Both parties. Who gonna be the bigger person? The man doesn't always have to be the bigger person. Who's making these joints up? Society is putting a lot of pressure on men and women. Lock in on y'all joint. Make rules for y'all joint. Yeah, make y'all own rules. Cause y'all shit ain't none of our business. As far as I'm concerned, that door is closed. Like, we not in there every second. Make y'all own rules. Don't let y'all rules or y'all way of going be based off how I see y'all, how he see y'all, how she sees y'all. We not in there with y'all. Y'all, matter of fact, can I sleep over? Like, learn how your partner want to be loved. It's that simple. Read books, watch movies, have discussions. Listen, if how your partner wants to be loved is derived in how other people perceive y'all, how other people perceive them, just know it's not the end. It's just the beginning. Y'all can take it a step deeper and deeper and deeper. And if it doesn't go deeper, then push P. People are telling y'all who they are and y'all fighting these red flags. Y'all fighting the red flags. Y'all want to make it something that it's not. God bless you. God bless you. You feel me? Like, it get to a point where you don't want to just keep feeling the same joint though. You don't want to keep feeling that pain. Ignorance is bliss until, like, you feel me? Ouch. It's not bliss no more. Yeah, don't get buried in your sorrow though. Like, ew. You miserable dickhead. Fight. Change your language. Yeah, your language is shitty. I'm not feeling your language with yourself. Ew, that's your thought. If your thoughts was a cartoon, I'm changing the channel. Yeah, because make your thoughts the channel I want to watch. Oh shit, your mind is lit. Ew, it's a little party in there. Okay, yeah. You a visionary. Oh, you a miserable dickhead? Oh no, I'm changing this. Imagine watching a cartoon that was a miserable joint. Like the whole joint is just miserable. Ew, would you watch that? So why you think like that? No, I did want to cover happiness versus fulfillment. I'm not gonna stay on it too long. It just occurred to me, right? Something I was reading, and I was like, yo, I agree with that. You get what I'm saying? I feel like you can learn things every day. Today I learned that fulfillment is what you really looking for, not just happiness. So I was a little lazy prior bringing up seeking this happiness and just being in what you're happy doing. You don't want to lose that, of course, but I would say fulfillment is that final step, or fulfillment is where you want to be. You want to be fulfilled, not just in the process of happiness. Happiness is short-term emotion. Fulfillment is more long-lasting. How do you reach fulfillment? You set goals, and if you're not setting goals, you celebrate. Now, you don't have to make it a spectacle every time you celebrate, but give yourself a pat on the back. You know what I mean? Tap yourself on the shoulder. I woke up today. Yeah, I didn't make a sale, but we got interest today. I woke up today. Gratitude. But no, set goals, and make your actions and thought patterns driven to get these goals. Achieve. Believe it or not, you achieve something every day. And if you feeling like you're not achieving nothing, start setting goals and start appreciating when you achieve stuff. Make it a habit to achieve. Every time I post something on social media, it's an achievement for me. Prior, I used to tell myself the story that I'm not a social media person, or I'm not this, I'm not that. If I post a story, if I post a reel, it's an achievement for me. It's a celebration. I still get the same nerves now, 100 some posts later, than I got the first time I posted it. It's an achievement. Do what makes you feel uncomfortable. Give yourself some credit. Fulfillment is needed in this process, in this journey, in this pursuit of happiness. Be fulfilling in that process. It's a longer lasting joy. Start with commitment. I promise you, I wish all y'all the best, though. I really wish y'all the best. I want to see y'all win. I'm going to give y'all one sales tip today. I'm going to give you one sales tip. A lot of the things I've discussed in relationships, if you're a deep thinker like I am, you'll see where you can apply those in your sales relationships and your leadership experiences, right? But don't be afraid to promote your competitors. Yeah, don't be afraid to provide value without closing. I really appreciate your interest. I probably can't help you today. I'm probably not going to be your solution, but what is your main problem? Maybe I can help you without us even closing business today. Provide value. Everybody that does what you do in the sales world is looking to close. What makes you different? You think you the hottest nigga out? You think your Yim Sands is better than everybody else Yim Sands? Listen, I'm Yim Sands, but even though, why do I want to come back to you? You have to be willing to provide value without closing business. Yes, your integrity comes off different. Your transparency comes off different. If that's not truly showing your confidence, I don't know what is. You jump into the close, it's lazy and it's self-centered. When they say the customer is always right, it's not that simple. What is your customer telling you? As a true salesperson, you need to be listening deeper than any other person on this planet. Your listening skills have to be superior to all people. If you don't know this, sales taught me damn near everything about life. I never will regret working in corporate America. I'll never regret being a salesperson and working in leadership, right? Along with playing football, all the other things I did in life. But people are always telling you something. What you do with it is what counts, right? So I was talking to my friend, and he has a business, and I asked him what were his objections. And he don't really have the biggest objections, but people would stop replying to him, right? And in the small conversation we had, I seen that you can provide value. See where you can provide value without offering anything. It doesn't always have to be about the close. Oh my gosh, like I didn't even have to get anything and you helped me. Yo, you're genuine, right? Because in that genuine exchange, you just bought yourself 3 referrals. You weren't only looking at the money, you were seeing what the client in front of you was offering. And since you had this information, you were able to help. You were able to give. But like I said prior, you're so focused on receiving, you're not embracing the giving process. You want something in return. You're not being genuine. You stand out being genuine. Fact. You stand out being genuine. You get more referrals being genuine. Listen, business is business. They reached out to you or you told them what you do so they know why you're here. Be a human being a salesperson. Don't forget you're a human dealing with humans. But I'm saying y'all shitty. See, this is what I said, y'all shitty. Y'all not knowing that y'all shit is trash. You dickheads. Pay attention to detail, salespeople. Pay attention to details. Yeah. Because I'm not feeling y'all joint. No, I'm not feeling you niggas joints. I need y'all joints to get a little sharper though. Sharp. Sharp as a knife, baby. You gotta be sharp as a knife out this joint. Listen to your customer. You are closing something bigger than what you see in front of you. If I can help you without any financial exchange, but my help was so genuine that you can bring me 3 other people, how many people may they bring me if I'm being genuine? If I'm thinking big, I'm not just so caught up in the moment. See, I on my Instagram today, I talked about desperate times call for desperate measures, right? I was so broke, I had to do my own hair. I need you to be mindful of when you're being desperate. Right? I want you to be mindful of when you're pushing this desperate energy. If money is your driving force, it will show. If money is a superior insecurity, it will show. You may not understand completely how it shows, but I need you to be mindful of when you're desperate. Just because you're in a financial crisis, don't jump at every get-rich-quick scheme. Take a breath. Assess yourself. Assess your financial circumstance. Assess what you want to do. Your drive to be fulfilled is what's going to take you to that next level. As far as I believe, that's what I believe, though. I could be wrong. Maybe the next get-rich-quick scheme will work. I don't want you to be closed-minded. Yeah, always be open to learning. I don't want you to be closed-minded. If you hungry, I'm hungry. I'm about to just don't just jump at any meal like McDonald's and stuff like that. Use discernment. In desperate times, discern first and accept whatever it is that you choose because you are the author of your life. Facts. You're in control of your actions. You're in control of your thoughts. Be mindful when you're desperate, though. I'm going to talk about some current events. I might not dive too deep into them. I might not really keep this part, but Gabrielle Union says she goes 50-50 with her husband, Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade is my favorite player of all time in basketball. Fun fact. Yeah, that's thorough to me. She said it makes her work harder. From her words, I don't completely know. I can't completely gauge how she feels about it, but it's working for them. Contrarily, the same week, Savannah James, LeBron James' wife, says she wants to be a mom. Like she ain't never want to get on a reality TV show. I'm paraphrasing because she wants to be a mom and just support her husband. We talked about interdependence 2 weeks ago. Once again, this is what works for them. You know what I'm saying? She's not saying this is how people need to be. She's not being irresponsible with her words. She's just talking about how she sees life. I support it. It's working. It's beautiful. I think those are 2 different options of life. I love how they both covered it. They just talked about their reality. They didn't say this is how people need to live. Wonderful. All right. So we move on. Oh, yeah. And it's looking like I can make a series out of celebrities passing their traumas on the masses. Sauce Walker says he'd rather date white women and black women because white women are easier to do business relationship with. Mind you, he said this with full conviction, too. He stamped it. It's stamped. From Sauce Walker, it's stamped. I love Sauce Walker. You already know I made my list. I got Sauce Walker at number 2. Rappers I listen to. Sauce Walker. Stop putting your trauma on people, man. It's irresponsible. You don't got enough data. But it's your truth, though. Can I really be mad at you? No. You feel me? Because that's your opinion. That's how you see life. However, with such a big platform, it's very irresponsible for you to say. You get what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, it's like a little data joint with black women being most to start new businesses and things like that. I want you to know, your statement was very irresponsible, Sauce. You my nigga. But celebrities, y'all got big platforms. We all deal with trauma. Unfortunately, y'all are held to a higher standard. Stop passing your trauma around to people. You get what I'm saying? Deal with your trauma. Let you keep your trauma. You get what I'm saying? Or preface with, I don't really know, but this is my opinion, because when you say it with that much conviction, like it's stamped, it's foolish. You get what I'm saying? But look, it's cool. This is why discernment is powerful. Y'all have to know whether or not, does this sound like it makes sense? Does it not make sense? Y'all have to discern. I can't discern for y'all. Sauce can't discern for y'all. So I am not mad at Sauce. It is what it is. But Sauce, that was some bullshit. We're going to go with the sports, though. Ja Morant, Mr. I Got the Whistle. Ja Morant riding around in the car with his friend. They playing NBA Youngboy. I'm not really too hip on the NBA Young. I know I ain't got no cameras. I'm going outside today. That's my NBA Youngboy. And then there's another song, but I can't think of it off the top. But I'm not against the NBA Youngboy joint. It's just like I never really got with his joint. I don't think I'm ever going to get with his joint, but God bless him. He's a phenomenal artist doing. But Ja Morant, let's get back to Ja. Ja friends puts Ja on camera. His friend is doing the little gun thing. Feel me? They listening to NBA Youngboy. Apparently NBA Youngboy gets people turned up. Ja Morant is dancing, having fun. The camera gets back on him. Now it's a gun out. Now, if you didn't know prior, Ja Morant had an incident with the NBA several months ago. He was in a club. He pulled a gun out, puts a little 38 on camera. Now, my reaction to that at that time was, Ja Morant, I don't know if you fully understand what's going on in this world, but like at this point, you pushing out the energy of like you want somebody to try you, because niggas gonna want to see what that 38 do. Yeah, niggas gonna want to see what that 38 do. And it's big shit out here. You feel me? It's big shit out here. You know what I mean? I'm a carrier of the, you know what I'm saying, right? But I'm not, cool, to each his own. It's big shit out here. You're going to attract that. And then you attracting that, somebody's going to put you, you're going to put yourself in a position you're going to have to perform. Yeah. We want to see how you get down now, Ja. Yeah. Because I want to see what that 38 do, so now show me. Because if you don't show me, you might lose your life now. You know what I mean? Or you might catch some bodily harm. So now you're going to have to perform. We don't want to see that performance. Yeah, I don't want to see that performance. I want to see you huff on shit. Yeah, that's what I said. I want to see you dunk on shit, because you be dunking on shit. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, I want to see you huff on shit. You feel me? I want to see you really get the bill for the trenches. This is what I said, I think 2 months ago. I said, I want to see you get the $1 billion for the trenches, because over your career, you can get $1 billion faster than most people ever have, because the time you came into the league, you know, in your contract situation, not to mention your sneaker deal, you have so much of this advantage, but you want to show that you street, whatever. Cool. I don't know if you street. I don't care if you street. If you street, be street. I don't think you really want that though, right? Fast forward this weekend, playoffs is over. They lost in the first round, and the incident that I told you happens. Now, I'm going to go backwards. In the first incident, Jalen Rose supported Ja. I already covered that, because a lot of people said, why would Jalen Rose ask him about the gun? And Ja Morant said the gun wasn't his. Obviously, Jalen Rose had set him up, right? Jalen Rose set him up with questions and answers to make himself be forgiven by the society. And it worked, to be honest. It got swept right under the rug. Shout out to Jalen Rose. But no, Ja want to show that he's on this type time. He comes out, he get an 8-week suspension. He says he was wrong for doing it. And that's key. That's key. You know, he apologizes, says he's wrong for doing it, right? And that he's working on himself and working on it, whatever he said. You know, he did the whole little PR thing. Regardless, he admits that he's wrong and he'll do better. We further learn that he's been talking to Adam Silver, which is the commissioner of the NBA, which by Draymond's words, he's a player's commissioner. All of these things matter. So then I react to it once I see it, and I said, and this is what I was thinking prior, I just didn't speak on it prior, because when Ja Morant does the immature thing he does in the car by showing the gun, and everybody's reacting to him, all the black pundits are speaking for the NBA, I requested, what does the NBA think about this? I want to know what the NBA thinks about this. Everybody's saying their thoughts. They're not allowing the NBA to say what they want. Because the NBA, you know, supports hip hop. You know, players come out to rap music all the time. They obviously support guns because it's people that go hunting. I brought that up. Few NBA players go hunting. They don't have problems with that, but they don't like the waving of the gun listening to the hip hop music. So obviously they don't like it, you know, because they're not against animals being killed in hunting. Because they're not, these people that hunt, that play in the NBA prior, that showed their guns, they're not using bow and arrows. They're using guns, right? So they have a problem, obviously, with the hip-hop image, or I would assume. So that's the question I wanted to know. 'Cause he didn't break a law. He didn't break a law at all, you know. Well, we don't really know, because we don't know what state he was in. But for the most part, knowing how America works, he didn't break a law. He didn't point the gun at anybody. He didn't discharge his firearm, right? So I posed that question. Would it be better if he was patriotic? That would be my solution to Ja, though. You know what I'm saying? Get a pickup truck, make sure you got an American flag, and throw on Army fatigue, you're going to be good. But I still wonder how the NBA looks at it, though. I want to know. Adam Silver spoke, you see? And that's where Ja Morant fucked up. That's why I brought up what he said the first time. Because to me, and I tweeted about this, I think the first time I tweeted that Ja Morant was inspired by habit or something like that, meaning this is something he's done before. Oh yeah, I said it was ignorance but inspired by habit. He admitted that he was wrong the first time. Right, which he was wrong because to me he was in a club. I think the second time he was wrong because he's just immature. You know, you got the brand deals and everything like that. You're not breaking no law. And obviously they're in support of this music. Are they in support? I don't know what they're in support of. I'm being sarcastic right now. Yeah, so where Ja fucked up at to me is he admitted he was wrong the first time. Yeah, if you was wrong the first time, you definitely wrong this time. Stand your ground, Ja. What do you think, Ja? Like, where's your identity? Where's your words? How do you feel about guns? Now, don't jump out ahead and say it. Let the NBA speak, though. Then I want to hear you speak. These little PR moves, they're not working. It's all looking bad. It's all looking bad. I wish the best for Ja, though. You know, I also said, like, I don't really care about Ja John with the route that he going because I know it's about 40 to 100,000 people that want that spot that Ja is at. I'm not saying everybody could be Ja. No, that's not what I'm saying. But Ja comes from the grind. Ja didn't get recruited to the big schools. He had to be in college for 2 years. So I expect more from Ja. I don't expect this from Ja. Ja somebody that should respect the grind. And look, it's another side of it too. These NBA niggas is bougie. Pinkies up, you feel me? Pinkies up, drinking wine. He probably not into that. He's probably looking at you niggas as gift out. I'm not feeling y'all joint. So I'm gonna do my thing. Yo, Ja, your thing is not working, cuz. It's all over the place. I don't know if you about to spit a 16. I don't know what your joint is, but it's all over the place. I'm not feeling your joint. No. Cause you not standing on it. If you were standing on it, I'll feel it. But you not standing on it. You a little wishy-washy to me. So get it together, Ja. You 23. I wish you the best. You will figure it out. You will win. Fact. You gonna figure it out. In due time, I believe that. You will figure it out. But right now, you looking crazy, cuz. And we gotta tell you looking crazy when you looking crazy. We gotta tell you. I mean, we gotta tell you. You one of my homies. I'm like, yo, what is you doing, cuz? Like, what? Ew. Weird. Ja, get it together, bro. A bill. We talking about a bill. Magic Johnson signed to the LA Lakers for 20 years, a $1 million contract. You have the opportunity to make $1 billion over your career, Ja Morant. You could fund all the gangs in the world. You could start 3 labels. You know what I mean? I'm bidding off the gang shit. I'm not about to say that you a part of no gang. I don't care what your fingers do. You could twist your fingers however you want, Ja. I'm from Philly. I don't know what that means. You know what I mean? But I heard they not feeling that in Cali though. So cool out. You mean cool out? You a basketball player. I support you being you though. I do support you being yourself. But stand up for yourself. Stand up for who you really are. Cause it's confusing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna come at your pop because that's your dad. Like, you feel me? I don't know y'all John. I'm not knowing what y'all joint is. And like, shame on whoever talking about they joint. But listen, if you was my teammate, I'll punch you in the chest. And even if you beat me up, we got to rumble. Yeah, you my homie, I'm going to punch you in the chest. And even if you beat me up, we got to rumble. We got to scramble. Like, we really got to scramble about it, y'all. Because what is you doing, dickhead? You making me look bad. Oh, yeah, anybody that's trying to throw his homie under the bus, like, y'all weird. And I tweeted this. You feel me? You throwing Ja Morant under the bus. You support the abandonment of the black man. And you're definitely in full support of tokenism. I talked about tokenism previous episodes ago. I didn't really go into details of what it is, but it's the idea that 1 in every 10,000 black or minority person makes it. It shows the experience that they all can make it. See, Ja is not a true leader, because if he's a true leader, he could be a difference maker and he could show a difference to whoever. He don't got to act like he needs to fit in or whatever. You get what I'm saying? So I put this all on Ja Morant. You feel me? The whole thing, not on his pop, not on his homie. You don't got to leave your homies. You got to become a better version of yourself. Don't let these people trick you into using your people as a scapegoat. You know, show your homies a new way. You already showing them a new way. Remain consistent. I mean, show them new things. You might need to be around the little bougie pinkies up wine shit. You might need to be around it a little bit. So what if you ain't feeling it? Be around it. You know what I'm saying? You might not, you feel me? I seen you golfing. You feel me? Try new things. Bring your homies around to new things. But we don't got to bring the hood everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's already in you. You don't got to be on that. You feel me? The hood is never going to leave me, but I don't got to be street everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? And I don't got to be like the type time on everywhere. But I could just, you know, be professional though. Yeah, you don't lose your dignity by being professional. And you are super professional. And they want to make you the face of the NBA. I don't know if anybody told you that, Ja. They want to make you the face of the NBA. So they want hip hop a part of it too. I mean, they haven't been clear as to where they stand with guns. Make them clear. Make them be very clear. Because you didn't do anything illegal, but it was immature. Yes, it was immature. It was immature mainly because you said you were wrong the first time. Ja, I wish you nothing but the best. Second round of the playoffs, Sixers, Warriors, Knicks, Suns all lose. Monty Williams get fired. Doc Rivers got fired. James Harden and Joel Embiid put up a stinker. Joel Embiid said they can't win with just him and James Harden. That was one of the most disrespectful statements to ever make to Tyrese Maxey. That was disrespectful. I almost called him Tyrone like Charles Barkley. Man, the Knicks lost. Me and my brother, we was talking about Julius Randle last year. It looks like we right. I didn't want to be right, though. Shout out to Jalen Brunson. Because the thing with y'all all-star thing, NBA, right? NBA and y'all all-stars, we got to stop the popularity contest. We need more meritocracy in the all-stars. Yes, meritocracy. We need more meritocracy in life. Jalen Brunson, I'm proud of you. Keep doing your thing. Let the chips fall where they fall. Listen, every NBA team is not going to be a championship team. How many rings did Patrick Ewing win? Shout out to Chris Broussard. Shout out to Rob Parker. They've been coming with a lot of substance lately. Shout out to Players' Choice. I watch Players' Choice as well. Even though a lot of times I'm saying shit, I be really throwing shots at Players' Choice. For real. But I really support that whole joint. I like they joint. Okay. I mean, Jimmy Butler needs his own segment, okay? Yeah, Jimmy Butler needs his own little segment. Game 1 was played. So 2 games games so far out of the next series was played. We got the Lakers down 0-2. We got the Heat up 1-0. I agree with a lot of people saying on Twitter, if Jimmy Butler wins this, it's going to be the most significant championship. It's hard not to root for Jimmy Butler the way he plays. He's the prototype of, the Bull. My favorite player of all time is Dwayne Wade, right? He's actually, can I say more skilled? I don't know. He's a bigger Dwayne Wade. You get what I'm saying? And he's a bigger, more efficient version of Dwayne Wade. I don't know if he's as athletic as Flash, but he's bigger. So he probably doesn't need to cover so much athleticism. His attention to detail on defense is better. He's a better defender than Dwayne Wade was. Even though Dwayne Wade was a tremendous shot blocker, really good at steals. They say the best shot blocking guard of all time. I love Jimmy Butler game. Obviously, if Dwayne Wade my favorite player. I don't really have a team. I like players and all that, whatever. Dame not in the playoffs, so like I told y'all before, I'm rooting for Bron and all that. And B, he won MVP, so I really didn't care that they lost. And I don't want to see a team lose like that anyway. Yeah, because I got to say this. Like, James Harden couldn't match that intensity of the playoffs. Like, you seen that Eastern Conference game 1? You can't imagine James Harden playing under that type of, you know what I'm saying? I talked about this so much, it's going to be hard to talk about, to be honest. Me and my brother, we always go over, like, the playoffs, whether we DM each other, we call each other, just talk about the games after every game. Hopefully, we can make that a show one day, for sure. We will. By next year, that'll be a show, because we always covering it anyway. That's actually why I got inspired to do this, because we talk about it, I watch the stuff I paid attention, just stuff I just like. Shout out to Lean. But yeah, James Harden, man, it is what it is. I'm not going to go in on James Harden. It is what it is with Cuz. And then I hear he's trying to go back to the Rockets. Get him out of here. Get him the fuck out this year. Yeah, I'm not feeling his joint. I like Tyrese Maxey. Yeah, we could build on Tyrese Maxey. You know what I'm saying? Get, what's the boy name? The president? Daryl Morley? Get him the fuck out of here too, though. Get him out of here first. I love Doc Rivers. We got rid of Doc Rivers. That's sad. I like Monty Williams. It was no way the Suns was going to be able to beat that team with the style of play they was playing. But let's go back to Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, the type of basketball he plays is amazing. Attention to detail on offense, making the right passes, not forcing anything. Doesn't shoot a ton of threes, penetrates the defense. Like, he's playing pure basketball. Defending, stealing the ball, a ton of hustle plays, keeping the pace and intensity up to such a high level. He's not more skillful than Tatum. He's not more skillful than Jason Tatum. But the focus, attention to detail that he plays with, it's amazing. I like Kyle Lowry coming off the bench. I'm super impressed with Strus. I tweeted this. I'm rooting for Jimmy and LeBron rematch. It's not looking like LeBron is going to make it out, and that's fine. But we need to give Jimmy his flowers. See, I'm not this big like he got to win a championship, ball, but it would be nice if he won the championship, because I'm not going to forget these moments. Oh, no, I'm not going to forget these moments. I'm not going to forget what he did in the playoffs last year, and I'm not going to forget what he's doing in the playoffs this year. Like I said previous, he's the second best player in these playoffs. Jokic is amazing. Now, Jokic is a point center. Before the series started, I wish I had said it on here. I was so delayed. I was doing a lot. Philly, New York, working a little bit more. So I just need to, devote and get a little better with my time. But I had thought like the key to winning this series is going to be about stopping Murray. I would get it out my mind about stopping Jokic. I think that's chalk, and then I seen Draymond reassure, so I was like, okay, I had the right thinking pattern. But yeah, stop Murray. You feel me? I was texting my homie. We talking about the game the other day from game 1. I'm like, I can't watch this game. They going underneath of Jamal Murray's screens and like he's already hot. He's a streaky shooter, and then now you going under. You letting him really see the rim like that. You letting him get into his rhythm. That was crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not knowing everything about basketball, but I know you don't do stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? So with this level of confidence, Jamal Murray, I always like this the key player. The key to me is Jamal Murray and D'Angelo Russell. I made those my 2 key players, or one of the guards. Austin Reeves has showed up, but I'm really focused on D'Angelo Russell. I know he starts. So I was thinking like the Lakers probably stopped Jamal Murray, and D'Angelo Russell got to be way more aggressive than he's ever been. And that could throw them off, right? Just because I'm hating on Jokic, though, but I'm also rooting for Bron. The Nuggets, like I said, look like the team to beat. Their roster is deep. They got Reggie Jackson. I didn't even know they had Reggie Jackson. Like, what do we get? Listen, the Nuggets is the team to beat. If you can't stop Jamal Murray, it's over. Yeah, I don't care if everybody not shooting good, because Jokic is going to do him. Game 1, he had a triple-double by like the second quarter. Like, it's not making sense. His drawing doesn't make sense. It's getting to a point where you just look at him like offensively center all time. Not even center, player all time. He's pushing at Bron with what he's doing. He's pushing at Magic Johnson, pushing at Larry Bird. He's in their lane. You feel me? In his own way, though. Like, I respect the beauty of him doing it how he does it. You get what I'm saying? But it's amazing to watch. It's pure basketball. It's what I like. I like the pureness, the skill, John, the making the right play, John. Yeah, Brian made basketball better. Yeah, Brian made basketball better. It's not all about one-on-ones and all that. You have to play the best basketball to beat LeBron. And that's what the Nuggets are doing. They're playing really great basketball. I'm not going to be surprised if the Lakers pull some shit out their ass, but it's going to take Brian to wake up. You know what I'm saying? And they going, in my mind, chalk stopping Jokic. Stop Jamal Murray. And if everybody else is cooking you, then everybody else is cooking you. Put so much focus on stopping Jamal Murray because Jamal Murray need the ball in his hand. And he's streaky. He was up and down against the Suns. He didn't have a great game every game. Yeah, the Nuggets looking like the team to beat. Eric Spoelstra is a phenomenal coach. A lot of people consider him the best coach. Popovich is still in the league. He about to get Victor Wembanyama. But in the playoffs, yeah, Eric Spoelstra is definitely the best coach left in the playoffs. I wasn't too impressed with some of the stuff I heard the Celtics coach saying in the corner. He was saying like, yo, we losing, we gotta do something. But it was real vague. It was like he wasn't really getting to what they needed to get to at the end of that third quarter when they cut to him. But Tatum is good enough, and the Celtics are good enough, and Jaylen Brown is good enough to turn this series around. Because if I like Jimmy Butler, that means I like Jaylen Brown. You feel me? He falls under the Dwayne Wade joint to me, right? They could figure something out. I'm going to root for the Heat regardless. But I respect Jason Tatum. I respect Jaylen Brown. I hate on the Celtics. I don't like the Celtics. No. Ray Allen not over there no more. I don't have no reason to be liking the Celtics. I was a big Ray Allen fan. T-Mac and Ray Allen, before I was into D-Wade and all that, and Chris Paul and Dame, I was T-Mac, Ray Allen. Yeah, T-Mac, Ray Allen. Yeah, Milwaukee Bucks, Ray Allen. Yeah. Jesus Shuttlesworth, Ray Allen. That's my man. You feel me? That's my guy. Playoffs is interesting. You feel me? I don't mind being wrong. Like I said, I will take away that y'all removing the global agenda. And it's not a global agenda with Jokic. I wasn't genuinely watching him. Once I started watching him, I tweeted about it. He is special. Like, he's special. Like, I just wasn't really watching the Nuggets play. Like, you know what I'm saying? His progression, his development. But shout out to their GM. I don't know who their GM is. I probably should have did that research. But shout out to the Nuggets GM, because I was telling my friend about this. When you think about, I remember Dame was getting these guys out of the playoffs. Dame was getting the Nuggets out the playoffs, right? The Trailblazers, they slowly, gradually took away from Dame. They had some injuries, you feel me? Nurkic is nothing close to Jokic, but they took away Jeremy Grant ain't there. Like, they took away the building blocks of the Blazers. And the whole time, the Nuggets built. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, they're supposed to be here. That's the process. That's what the Warriors did. So the Nuggets followed the Warriors process. So they're right where they're supposed to be honest. That's scary. It's shit for the league. I'm going to be honest with you. That's scary as shit for the league. If they could figure out all their contracts to keep that core, ooh, I ain't going to lie. Even if the Nuggets don't win, they shouldn't change anything. You get what I'm saying? They shouldn't change anything. That's like a team right there. That's a team. That's how you want your team to be. Aaron Gordon, you got to step it up too a little bit, though. You can't hide behind the two superstars. It's your time to shine. If you want to make a real statement, Aaron Gordon go crazy in game 3 and 4. Yeah, because at the end of the day, I'm not rooting for none of these teams. Like, I'm rooting for the Heat, though. If the final, I'm rooting for the Heat. Yeah, I'm rooting for the Heat. I want Jimmy to get the chip at this point, you know. Shout out to Brian if he, I'm saying, but I want Jimmy to get the chip, though. So, yeah, that's what I got for basketball. Devin Haney is fighting Loma tomorrow. Ooh, Devin had trouble making the weight. Last week I told y'all, obviously I'm going to be rooting for Devin. You know, Devin does have the chip stacked against him. He signed like this crazy deal to be great, and I salute him for it. I salute him. I salute you, Dev. You know how I feel about how I feel when it comes to Tank, Shakur, Richardson, Hitchens. Like, I think they all better than Dev, but this is Dev's week, so we're going to highlight Devin Haney, right? I watched the film, and a part of me, I was looking for every reason to say Devin is going to stop him. He's bigger. From what I seen with Loma likes to go find you, right? I'm not going to go into all the details, even though I can. I'm going to keep it simple. Loma likes to find his opponent. That works in Devin Haney's favor, right? Because Devin likes a person to come to him he could counterpunch all day. But that's not like a weakness for Loma. Where Loma is weak is backing up, from what I see. Like, not just like he could counter you quick, but if you really put that pressure on him, he don't like that. He's not comfortable with that. Loma's last fight, a lot of people said he was old and all that. I think that's bullshit, because see, like I said, I don't be into the trinkets and the whole joint, you feel me? Like, I knew who Jermaine Ortiz was. I always looked at Jermaine Ortiz as like, he want to be like Loma. You get what I'm saying? Like, not like, but he got kind of Loma fighting style. I think Frank Martin low-key does too. Like, they're really good movers. They like to pivot. So I even had sent the super chat to Sean Porter. Like, I watched on the Porter Way podcast, I sent the super chat. I had said, Loma's going to have trouble with Jermaine Ortiz's movement, but Loma's championship pedigree will overcome and he'll win at the end. I literally said that. If y'all watch, they say my name and everything. You feel me? I called it exactly how it is. And it was like, I don't really know about that. And then everybody else called him old. See, if I was forthcoming to that, I would have said that. I didn't think people would call him old because I know y'all be knowing about boxing. So I would think y'all be like, all right, you know, he moves a lot, so he's going to give him trouble. There's a lot of the similar movements, and then he switches. You feel me? But no, they just said Loma was old. Something I caught that Jermaine Ortiz does was like, he likes to start from a little too far out. You feel me? And I wouldn't notice a lot of these things if I ain't watched Shakur so much or Richardson Hitchens so much or Terrence Crawford or Tank. All of these fighters, they're good at sitting in front of you and doing what they got to do. Tank is a little different. Like, he'll close the distance. He gonna be creeping and creeping and creeping on you. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? But yeah, Jermaine Ortiz was starting too far out. And that's something I noticed in Devin Haney. Devin Haney likes to keep it on the outside, right? But he's way sharper from the outside than Jermaine Ortiz because he'll just jab you to death. See, what I think is going to be a hook show. You know what I mean? It's going to be a check hook show. He's going to be checking them. Get checked, cuz. Dev is going to be checking the shit out of Loma. However, Loma is the nigga that pick up on your patterns, right? And what I was saying when I seen like Loma don't like to be sought after too much. Like, he don't want you to press him back. Dev doesn't really hunt niggas. You feel me? So this would be the new, if Dev go hunt Loma, oh, then it's over. You get what I'm saying? Because like, that's what I really want to see is a stoppage. I want to see Dev be the bully, but the film don't lie, and I don't want to, you know, just create this new joint. Even though, low-key, prior to, I would say Dev last 3 fights, like not counting Cambosis, whatever back, Dev showed us a different side of him each fight. I like the Dev Haney from Jojo Diaz. I think he just had a few moments, just like in the Linares fight, where he lost focus or he walked himself into punches, right? But overall, Dev got a lot of different styles, but I haven't seen him go seek somebody out. Like, the amount of pressure that he can put on if he was willing to take those chances. See, this is why Tank is special, you know. And I give Shakur a different look because Shakur ain't used to take chances, but lately he's been taking a lot of chances. So he's growing. Everything that he's doing in the gym is showing in the ring. So this could be the day Devin take chances. Honestly, right now, I feel like it's a 50-50 fight. And if it get too close, there's no way Top Rank is going to give Dev the fight. So I'm not going to pick a fighter. Yeah, I'm not going to pick a fighter. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to enjoy this fight as a fan. You feel me? I'm going to enjoy this fight as a fan. I don't think Top Rank promoted it too heavy. Loma didn't promote it at all. This is a pay-per-view, right? Dev did all his press runs. You feel me? Yeah, I'm not going to pick, and I don't feel weak for not picking. You're saying I don't feel weak for not picking because where I want to pick, I'm mad at to why I gotta pick that. You get what I'm saying? Like, obviously, like, if it goes to the cards, Bob Arum made it clear that Devin his contract is over, so they'll have to renegotiate moving forward, right? They got long-term contracts with Loma. Dev has to knock Loma out, right? So you know what? I'm gonna be a man. I'm going with Dev on the knockout. I don't believe this is gonna happen. You get what I'm saying? But that's what I'll be rooting for. I'll be rooting for that. I also don't think that it's going to be a straight robbery. I do think it's a 50-50 fight. That's why I don't genuinely want to pick. But if I had to pick, you forced me to pick, I'm going to say Dev knockout. I'm not betting no money, no. I'm not betting no money. This ain't one of them. The undercard is wonderful. You know what I'm saying? I love boxing. Like, I really, really love boxing. I could talk those 3 sports that y'all know I could talk about, but boxing is really my joint. Yeah, boxing is my joint. Yeah, it was a controversial decision last week with Rolly. Stay off of Tony Weeks' ass. He made a big mistake, but I think from his vantage point, right, I think he's seen the dip, right? I think, number one, he thought all those punches was landed. And I even think he was like caught up in the crowd because even in the push, I think he thought that was a punch. And then I think he's seen the infamous dip because a lot of people do that dip after they get punched. That mean they out on their feet. So I think he thought he was slapped. And then I think by the time he grabbed him, he's like, I am fucking up right now. So he had to stick with it. He was already waving it off. But Tony Weeks is such a good ref. Still investigating though. Yeah, still investigating. I'm standing on that. Still investigate Tony Weeks, you know, because we wouldn't want no corruption in boxing. I don't care who's who. You feel me? And I don't think they carrying it like that. Maybe he just felt pressured. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's deeper than Leonard and Floyd. You know what I'm saying? You got people on the PBC side, motherfuckers could be whispering. Anybody could have put some pressure on Tony Weeks. I think he was caught up in the crowd and he made an honest mistake though, because he's a really good ref. Devin and Loma gonna have Harvey Dock. I'm happy for that. I think Harvey Dock is the best ref. So to me, my 2 favorite refs in boxing is Harvey Dock and the white boy that was doing Devin Haney and Tank Davis and Ryan. Those 2 refs don't really get in the way of fights. They kind of let people do their thing. They really communicative. They just be there. And Tony Weeks used to be like number 3. Tony Weeks and Steve Wilkes, the boy with the big eyes. Obviously, Kenny Bayless was number 1, but he had some horrendous performances. I had to take him off the joint. You know what I mean? Because he getting a little older. He's still stamped Hall of Fame ref bull. But yeah, this Devin and Loma, this is interesting. This is very, very interesting. It's very, very interesting. I'm getting my popcorn ready. I don't know who's gonna have a better game plan. That's what it's about. You know, originally I said it'd be about where the fight is at. If it's on the outside, Devin wins. If he gets on the inside, Loma wins. I seen Devin training. He doing the little arrow spins combo, so I feel like he'll be able to get off on the inside, you know, more than he ever has. But will he be comfortable there? Because one thing I believe is fighters gonna be who they are. Yeah, fighters gonna be who they are in the ring. You know what I mean, eventually, if they in their game plan the first 5 rounds, by the 7th round, they're gonna be who they are, right? So I don't know. That's interesting to me. It's gonna be an interesting match. I genuinely have it as a 50-50 after watching the film, because I ain't want to just like, you know, I take my predictions serious. I don't know who wins it. I think it's going to be a close, and I think it's going to be too close to give it to Dev in those predicaments, but they got honest, do they have honest judges? I think I seen Showbiz do something like they got Steve Wiseman and Devil Bull. I mean, something to worry about, but it's also like Dev know how to win rounds. Dev know how to win rounds, so he got to win rounds. Clearly, got to land punches. I'm not going to lie, between the press conference, the face-off, the weigh-in, Loma has won everything in that feel to me. Yeah, Dev looked like he was trying to get in his head and it wasn't working. You get what I'm saying? And I don't think Dev need to get in his head, but I think Dev was also selling the fight, which I like. The push got in his head. He won that final face off. The push, yeah, that got in his head. That irked him. Because Loma like the showboat and all that. You feel me? Like, I don't like Loma because of Loma. I ain't like Loma because of ESPN and Top Rank telling me he's the best fighter in the world over Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, and everybody else. That's what I didn't like. But Loma, I like Loma. He's sturdy. He's okay, though. Like, if he was to fight Shakur, it'd be 12-0. Yeah, I think it will be a no-match joint. He fights Tank 7th round knockout. Yeah, Tank would sleep him. Yeah, Tank will back him up. Tank will fight him like a Mexican. You know what I'm saying? Shakur would do the same thing, but Shakur will pick him apart, something different, you know? Dev picks and chooses how he fights each opponent. Which all those other fighters do, but I don't put Dev on their level as far as eliteness, but he is an elite fighter, but they like elite, like, you know, to me, they're not my favorite, but the top 4 fighters in the world, Errol Spence, Shakur Stevenson, Tank, and Bud. Those are the top 4. And if I go to 5, I'm going to throw Bivol in there. I think Benavidez and all of them could catch up, and Better BF, you could throw Better BF in there. Juan Francisco Estrada. Like, you feel me? But just off of talent, skill, and what you done though. Because Richardson Hitchens is going to surprise everybody. By 2025, Richardson Hitchens will wipe out the 140 division, and everybody going to be like, oh, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying this because he's Zoe. I'm saying this because Richardson Hitchens is that nigga. You hear me? Richardson Hitchens is that nigga. And I forgot to mention, for anybody tuning in, I'm going to be on Knockout Boxing 86 TV on YouTube. He has a TKO debate series, so we debating boxing. I had to defend Sean Porter this week. Let's see how everything's go. It's just a big YTBC YouTube boxing community debate series with I think 23 to 25 people. But we'll see how things end up. If I was to take a guess, the first place prize is $850. So I'm locking in on the first place prize right now, you know. I'm not gonna lie, I ain't been doing no research yet, so I got 72 hours to do research before, but I think I'll be ready, you know. I'm not going to try to just kill him with charisma and delivery. I'm going to try to really be factual and everything like that. I'm going against somebody with a big YouTube platform. Shout out to Monty Brown TV. But, you know, it's levels to this shit. And I don't think I ever lost a debate in life. But God bless y'all, man. God bless everybody tuned in. God bless you. I want to leave y'all with a final message before we go. Everyone has something to offer. Everyone has something to offer. Simply just tell yourself everyone is important. And you'll remind yourself that everyone has something to offer. See, me, I'm big on I don't want to treat somebody how I treat them based off their status. I'm really big on treating everybody the same. I did it in corporate America, and I plan on doing it the rest of my life. No matter what your name is, your title, remove your trinkets, remove the idolization. Treat everyone with respect. You deserve respect, so you deserve to treat everyone with respect. I want to say God bless you, and I wish the best for you. You tuned in.